Hello students, welcome to Disha. Today we are going to read about Bolivia as well as Sudan, why they are in news. We'll be seeing why is Bolivia in news and where is it located, as well as the bordering countries around it. So this is very important portion for mapping. Next we'll come to the Sudan. This is also a country located in Africa. So we'll see its location and the same thing about it, the mapping. We'll also be talking about what is this Sahel region, and I'll also tell you why a country is divided into various regions and what can be the factors or categories. Let's start with Bolivia. So Bolivian armed forces basically mean here the army, pulled back from the presidential place. So we know that it has a presidential system of government. In La Paz, this La Paz is the capital of Bolivia. So Bolivia is a country in the southern Americas. In the southern Americas. We'll be seeing this in the mapping portion. And a military general was arrested after President Louis Arc slammed a coup. So coup d'etat, or what does this mean? This coup, it means, let's say a leader is incumbent. There is a leader and he's sitting or ruling leader. Now to unseat him, another leader stages a coup with some illegal means or by display of sudden power. Okay, this is basically a sudden violent attack on the incumbent leader. So coup attempt against the government and call for international support. So this you can see here is the president Louis Arc, and this is the general who was arrested and who, let's say, staged a coup. Now we see towards the mapping section, there are 7 continents in the world. I earlier also told you what does it mean to be a continent. A continent is a landmass that has some sort of uniqueness in it or individuality in its topographical or geographical categories. So we talk about continents, they are big land masses, let's say North America. They are often separated by oceans and large seas. All right, and they are, you can say, divided sort of. But if we come to Asia, this is the biggest continent we have, and it has multiple parts. There are deserts we can see here in the Middle East. Then we can see another deserts here in Mongolia and China region. But there are cold countries also, such as Russia. Just a second, I'll change the pan color. Okay, so there are cold countries such as Russia, and one of the coldest regions, Siberia. Okay, it is very close to America here if you just circumvent. There are also continents like Europe, which are rather similar in the geography as well as topography. Then there's Africa, all right, which you can see here. We see the Southern Americas here as well and the North Americas here. There are one more continent, Antarctica. Arctic is here, or it is a very small piece of land, also known as the North Pole. All right, so this is a basic world map. Bolivia we can see here in this portion of the Southern Americas. Okay, let's talk about the Southern Americas, especially about the Bolivia. So where is Bolivia? We are very, very sure that it is somewhere in the Southern Americas. Okay, let's move forward and see the surrounding countries to Bolivia. So this is Bolivia here. I'm outlining the borders of Bolivia. So this is Bolivia here. In the eastern side as well as the northeast side, what we see a big country and the biggest country of the Southern Americas, Brazil. Okay, this country has the Amazon rainforests. This dark green section you can see here, it is the Amazon rainforest. And one of the major rivers of the world, the Amazon River, flows in this region only. Okay. Furthermore, we see the Peru, the Chile, and there are Andes mountains here. Okay, one of the very long borders. However, we must remember that the longest border between two countries in the world is between USA and Canada, and not between Argentina and Chile. So please remember this fact. All right, let's move forward. One more thing we have earlier seen here in the Venezuela, we saw one major river, the Katatumbe River. All right. And the Maracaibo Lake, you can see here like a teardrop, or Maracaibo Lake. And we saw the phenomena of the Katatumbe lightning here. So please remember this also. Okay, there is some land dispute going on between the Venezuela and these countries, the French Guiana and Suriname. So you can read about that as well. Okay, but for now we just see the Bolivia. I was just giving an introduction to surrounding countries. In the southeast we see the Paraguay, and further left we see the Uruguay, very small country. We can just skip knowing here. Okay, but let's see the Chile here in the southern side as well as Argentina. Okay, in the western side we can see the Peru here. Okay, and then Ecuador and Colombia are not connected. So now we know a general, let's say, mapping of the Bolivia. Let's move forward and come to Sudan now. So why Sudan in news? So international experts portrayed a grim picture. Grim means which is not looking very good, which is bleak, which is dark or depressing. Okay, dark picture for the war-torn Sudan. In report warning that 7,55,000 people are facing famine. Famine means a drop in the food systems, drop in the agricultural systems. All right, where people have nothing to eat. In the coming months, amid means in midst of, or in middle of, or between. Relentless clashes between rival generals. Relentless means which do not stop. Okay, so the northeastern African country. So now it is also telling us that where this country is located in the northeast of Africa. Descended into chaos. Chaos means some sort of awriness, some sort of disorderness. Okay, or the highest degree of the disorderness. In April last year, that's when simmering tensions. Simmering means what is slowly growing. All right, what is slowly growing and coming to the border. So tensions between the countries' military led by General Abdel Fattah Burhan. So this we do not need to know. And a notorious paramilitary group. Notorious means sort of mischievous or doing bad activities without a certain region. The rapid support forces commanded by General Muhammad Hamdan Dagalo exploded into open fighting in Khartoum. So this Khartoum region we must remember. Okay. So where is this Khartoum region? It is in Sudan. And why is it in news? Because of the war between two forces in the Sudan, domestic forces. So we can say it is a civil war sort of stuff. Okay, so civil war is going on in Sudan in the Khartoum region. And how it has affected people? Due to the famine. Because of migrations, displacement, and multiple other things. Okay, now let us see where is Sudan, such as we saw the Bolivia. So this is Sudan. One major thing you can see here is the Red Sea. There was very recently a question about the Red Sea that no major rivers fall into the Red Sea. Is it correct or not? No major rivers fall into the Red Sea. Is it correct or not? So it is correct. No major rivers fall into the Red Sea. Second thing is that it receives very little to no precipitation. We read about precipitation in the Cloudburst lecture. Precipitations means rainfall. Okay, so already there is a loss of water here. But you can remember, see Sudan here. Okay, in the north we see the Egypt, Libya, Chad, Central African Republic, South Sudan, Ethiopia here, and Eritrea here, and the Red Sea here. Okay, so these both things are important. This is a general map of Africa. I've included it in the PDF for you to learn and remember. This finally is the Sahel region we were talking about. This whole region is suffering from terrorism. Okay, this is the Sahel region. So this is rather unstable region in Africa. Okay, so this you can read about. This is the Sahara Desert, and this is the factor because of which countries can be divided into various regions based upon their geography, based upon their topography, based upon their current happenings. Okay, so these are the various different regions. This is the Sahel region, and Sudan is not a part of the. Sudan is a part of the Sahel region. Here you can see the Sudan. Okay, so please remember this. All right, so this is for today's lecture. I hope you enjoyed the lecture. If you have any feedback, you can just drop it in the comment section. Thank you very much. Have a great day ahead and see you soon.